Well, look at that. We finally got one in for the day. Whew. Dude, some days I never know what to do with myself. I never know how to handle this, because it's like sometimes I just want to get into working on stuff and I just cannot be bothered. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain it better than that. Like, I'll get in this office and I'll want to sit down and I got my typewriter here and I want to work on my book, or I got my laptop over there, I can work on the script for the fucking series, and I just look at the screen and go, oh God. Or I look at the typewriter and I realize, like, I gotta put words down. I just can't do it, you know what I mean? Some days I feel like I can't fucking do it. And I battle that part of myself that says, like, power through it and get to the other side, or listen to your inner self. I don't know. So I did that thing that I end up doing where I go and write, 3 paragraphs, walk away for like 20 minutes. Write a few more, go and have a shower. Write a few more, do some laundry. Write a few more, go and watch something on YouTube or whatever. Shit like that is what I end up doing. I don't stay in, I just keep kind of coming back, so it's not so bombarding. Because like in the story there's so much to unravel still. As I said, I was in the middle of piecing things together in book 2, and there was something I felt I needed to write for the past couple of days. I don't know what it is. I just really felt compelled, like, I have to write this. And so I was like, alright, fucking A. And I didn't really want to do it, but I knew I had to do it. But I finished it up. Maybe 5 pages, I really don't know. I can't say. 4 or 5 pages probably. Took me about as many hours to do that, just because it was hard to get it out. And I was so unsure of it. I was so unsure of myself that I should be doing this. And just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's hard sometimes to know what you're doing is right or wrong. Now, sometimes in my life I feel that way just about actually living, or like my day-to-day life, or the things I need to do, or the tasks, or whatever happens to be, where I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't necessarily have a game plan or a mission, or or if I do, it's like even that doesn't motivate me enough to want to do this, and it's hard to continue this path. I keep writing, I keep working on this to tell myself it's a way out of this fucking life. This, going to this job that I hate and doing all this shit that I don't like doing, And I just keep telling myself, like, here's the way out, here's the way out. You have to work on the writing, you have to work on these videos. Like, that's how you can get out of this mess somehow. Whether it's real or not, I don't know. But I tell myself that, and even that sometimes I'm like, yeah, I know, but like, I'm too fucking exhausted. Like, I'm so fucking weary. I'm tired of fighting every fucking day, Like, I'm sick of going back to my fucking job. I am so fucking tired of it. There is so little that holds me there. Like, maybe one more string. And if that snaps, I'm done. But it's like, I know I'll find that at every job I go to, right? I don't have a college education. I also don't give a fuck about companies. I don't want to make people rich. I don't want to be rich. So it's like I'm not shooting for the fucking stars here. So it's like I'm going to be stuck at a job I fucking hate. And I've accepted that fact. And I know there's jobs out there, but it's like, I already know. I'll fucking hate it. Because I don't care about your money, man. I don't give a fuck about your profit margins and helping you with production. I don't care. If you're a small business or a giant corporation, I don't give a fuck about your money, man. I don't want to have a job where I'm stuck there giving a fuck in a place that I don't care about. Like sitting in, whether it's in an office at a computer and going through shit, numbers and spreadsheets or whatever the fuck it could be, helping this company save money. Or helping their advertising, or helping, whatever that fucking shit is, all the way to like the small logistical stuff, working in back rooms and, working in factories. Like, I don't fucking care. I don't give a fuck about your fucking made up money. I'm not trying to get rich. I don't want to be rich. So it's like that holds me in this place of like, it doesn't matter where I go, I'm gonna fucking despise this shit. I get pissed walking in grocery stores and looking at not only prices but the shrinkflation, or I get pissed off at the fucking people's attitudes about shit, or commercials piss me off because of they're pretending they give a fuck but they're just trying to steal more money from you, or I get fucking irritated about this presidential election bullshit, It all just irritates me, and I don't want to get involved because it's just so phony. It's so fake and so stupid. And I'm supposed to take part in this? So it's like there's that looming over me, right? But then I got this project in this office and shit. And it's like, there are days where I'm like, I don't fucking care about this shit. And I'm tired of fucking fighting every day and trying to figure out the story. I'm trying to fucking convince people to want to read this shit or listen to me. There are days where I'm just like, they just either fucking stay or go, And I'm not like trying to be an asshole, but I guess I'm trying to shine a light on the negative side for you. It's just, when I battle that stuff and then I sit here in front of this camera, right? Or I sit in front of this typewriter and I'm like, you need to do whatever the work is, it's hard to like get out of that. I have in the past. I have a lot, but I also haven't. And it's just like very difficult to constantly do this, to stay motivated, to stay. It's not necessarily about staying positive, it's just about staying in that groove of doing whatever that thing is you have to do. It's so hard to stay in that. Sometimes you just want to sit and rot, you know what I mean? And rot away. But what can you do? I live on my own. I have my own home. I can't be like, man, I don't want to do this anymore. Let's go to my parents' house. Can't fucking do that. Mooch off of them because I don't want to go out in life and figure it out. Can't do that. They can't afford that, first of all. My parents, they won't be able to afford that shit. So it's like I can't do that. Well, and I'm not gonna like whore myself out for shit, so I don't want to do that either. I don't want to make a rich man richer, so there's nothing that appeals to me there. The only thing I can do is go in, try to figure myself out, but honestly, doing that, it's debilitating. Keep reliving that fucking nightmare, or keep trying to speculate why you fucked this up, or why you feel this way. Why do you keep doing that fucking thing you shouldn't be doing? Or how do you seek, I guess you could say enlightenment, or how can you find a deeper meaning of self? How do you transcend? How do you speak to God? It's just like, it's fucking tiring all the time. And it's like, it's hard to continuously do that. Like, oh, stay positive and let's find God again. Let's find the source. Let's find the source of self. Let's look at God within us. Let's constantly work on this book. Let's try to help people. Let's try to help ourselves. Let's try to do that. And then eventually I'm just like exhausted. I'm just like, I can't keep fighting every fucking day. That's what it just kind of feels that way. Not every single day, obviously. I have a lot of good days too. But I have a decent amount of bad days with this shit. I guess I don't want to come across like this is my every single day, because it's not. It's really not. If there are 10 days, this might be 1 or 2 of them. it's kind of normal, but I'm trying to shout out to it. I'm trying to expose it a bit and say, like, that's the stuff that you can fight. At least that's the stuff I fight. And when I'm sitting down and I say, yeah, I want to write, but it's so hard to do it, that's the shit that's happening in my head. It's just like, I just can't fucking do this anymore. Generally, how have I gotten through that in the past? I wait it out. I let it pass. I kind of just like allow it to be and just go, well, let's ride this wave. Let's ride this fucking wave of being a pussy for a little bit. And then I just do that, and then it starts to dissipate, and then I get back to whatever I need to do. Sometimes I try to like meditate through it. Other times I try to go for a nature walk or hang out with friends, or, you know, it really depends on what I think I need to do then. Does it all work? Not most of the time, no. But it helps kickstart it, right? Helps start purging some things. You know, it's not the easiest fucking thing. But that's kind of how I know it's supposed to be, and why I'm supposed to be doing it, because it's not easy. Because I was kind of thinking, I'm like, man, if it was easy, then you wouldn't. It's like that simple saying, but it's like, yeah, there's no point in doing it. If it's simple, what's the fucking point? If you don't have, like, if it's like, oh, it's just a side quest, like, oh, then fuck it, I'm not doing it. I don't want to do side quests. If it was like that, then that's how it would be. But I know it's part of the journey. You have to have the downs to get to the ups, right? Because to go down is to experience what it's like to go back up again. You know, if you stay up, you think it's a flat line. So you have to, oh shit, it wasn't. It can get worse. And then it reminds you, oh, you gotta fight your way, and then when you're at the top, it's like, oh, thank God, feels good. And then when that's too long, it knocks you down again. Like, it's just a part of it, man. It's just, that's the flow of it, and that's how it's always meant to be, clearly. There is no other way around that. But that doesn't mean you can't bitch about it, I suppose. At least in my case, I'm gonna. Fuck it. You know, I don't want to ever come across like I'm just sitting here all happily, fucking Buddha-like, just enjoying my life, sitting here, you know, and like, no, man. There are days where it's like, I can't do this anymore. It's hard to live in this life when you despise so much of it that's out there. When this whole world's wrapped around making someone rich, another person stealing money from you. I bought this fucking trailer for $47,000, but I don't have $47,000, so I had to get a fucking loan. And they're like, well, we'll give you that money. But in the small print, it's like, yeah, if you pay it off in that 25 years, you're gonna give us double. We gave you 40-something thousand, you're gonna give us 100-something thousand. And I'm like, and that's just okay. And that's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay to be a piece of shit like that. That's business. Hey, you gotta make that money. Gotta get that bread. You know, like, that shit, like, that fucking irritates me, how fucking people are with money. How everyone thinks it's just okay to fuck people over, to rape people, to do things that are, like, just for money. Like, but that's okay. It's called business. Hey man, you signed the contract. That's not my problem. You shouldn't have signed it if you didn't want to do that. That's what I get irritated about. Everything's a fucking cash cow, man. They strapped that cow down to the fucking table and they're milking it fucking dry until it's fucking dead. And then they're gonna be like, man, we still can't afford this. Let's make the package smaller. You know, like, if it's a bag of cookies, it's like 5 less cookies. They'll never fucking know. That's just smaller. Price higher. That's, like, that shit just fucking gets me, because I work in retail, and I see that shit every fucking day. I'm stocking something. Replacement tag, oh, it's going from 28 ounces to 24.9. but the package is a little bit taller and a little denser feeling, and you know it fucking matters when it's a liquid and we're talking about ounces, right? Or if it's a candy bag, well, it's only like 4 less ounces. And you're like, do you know how much one candy weighs? Like a Reese's cup? Oh, by the way, those shrunk too. Stupid things like that I notice. Those donuts, those fucking Entenmann's donuts. Skinnier. No, they're not. They're the same size they always were. What are you talking about? And you're like, no, they're fucking not. And why do they cost $2 more? So it's like, forgive me, but that's the shit I see every single day. I'm faced with it. Not as a shopper, but as someone that works in retail. I'm like constantly faced with all the lies and all the deceit and all these companies that are like, God forbid you shave the top 10% salary. No. Shave all the fucking workers in the bottom and make the packages like cheaper, make the food smaller. That's how we save money. Because I gotta come on something. Like, what am I supposed to do? I enjoy money. And that's the kind of shit I'm constantly met with, man. Like, that's the tinge that I have to my reality, is looking at that shit. When I put tags up, when the price changes, sometimes I leave the old price up so the customer can see just how fucking much they're gonna get stabbed. This used to be fucking 99 cents, now you're paying $1.50. And you think, oh, it's okay, it's just a can of beans. And you're like, yeah. But when you realize how much fucking beans used to cost 10 years ago, it starts to make you think that $1.50 is a bit fucking much. Or $3 for a small thing of pop is fucking ridiculous, when it used to cost 99 cents for a 2-liter. Like, that's the kind of fucked up shit. It's like, you don't think about it, because you're just like, oh, it's okay, I got a paycheck, I can, you know, $200 in groceries for my family and I, ain't that a big deal? It's like, dude, you got that going on, you got your car insurance company stealing more money from you, you're paying more, but don't worry, we got your back. As long as you pay your other deposit too. All those thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that we stole from you, well, by the time you need us, you need to pay the deductible though. So $500 or $1,000, it depends on what one you sign for. And you got your bank saying like, no, you can't take all that money out all at once. Hold on, we don't have it right now because we used your fucking money and stole it from you. And then you got your fucking job trying to gouge you, like, yeah, I don't know if that was covered on the expense trip. I don't know about that, you know, like, we're not going to pay you more than 10 cents a mile for your gas for driving around for our fucking company. They're trying to Jew you out of that shit too, and it's just like, that's the fucking thing that can get so annoying. It's like, that's all I ever see. And so when I come back here and I try to find self, like, that's in the back of my fucking head and that's out there, you know? Some asshole's making another commercial about another thing you need to have. You need this app, dude. You need this product. Isn't life hard? You need this to make it even simpler for you. And everyone's just trying to steal fucking money from you. And it's like, you're holding it, you're like, what the fuck? This is pointless. This is not me. This stupid fucking made up money, that's not me. But it is. Because your social security card says so, and so does your fucking ID, and so does all the stupid other shit you're supposed to have. You're not even a person, you're like a corporation, you're an entity. You represent yourself. That's why you make signatures on stupid shit. So you're representing the idea of your name. Your name is like an entity, a corporation in a sense. So when you go to court, you have to represent yourself. It's fucking weird, man. It's all this business shit, it's disgusting. Now the reason I'm making mention of all this is like, that's what I'm trying to say with like, I don't want to just get another job. I'll just get another job. Get a college education and get another job. It's like, because doesn't magically go away. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get fucked no matter where you go. You go all the way to the top and be a CEO. Someone's still fucking drilling you. You know what I mean? That's why I'm just like, man, I don't want to chase that shit. I don't want to chase that. That's retarded. I don't want to do that, man. It doesn't matter where I go. You get enough money, then someone wants you to get something else, or you have to get this bigger house. You have to get that fucking thing. You gotta get this fucking thing. Your kids want that stupid fucking iPad because they want to watch that dumbass show on it. Like, you just got all this stuff that you have to play. And no one's the wiser. Everyone acts like, this is a good world, man. I love civilization. This is great. Safety. We haven't had a war in like 11 years or whatever it's fucking been. Or, you know, like, we're safe here. And, you know, we just gotta pay our taxes and obey the law. You know, keep going to work, getting that overtime. Because I got kids, I can't really make ends meet. But I don't really tell them that. As long as I keep getting 48 hours, you know, then I can make my next paycheck. And I'm fucking just like, no to that. No, thank you. But it's like, you know, when I want to go into self and I do in these videos, God forbid I start saying things about the Creator in a way that some other religion doesn't like. Well, that's not right. I'm trying to find fucking God, and if I say one thing wrong, I've seen some comments that are like negative about it because it's not a Christian way. Generally, that's the one I found so far. It's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. You're never gonna do anything fucking right. When I go to work and people realize that I don't give a fuck, they make you feel shit for that. If I come here in this video and I bleed my fucking heart out on some shit and someone tells me the audio's not good enough, or like, I don't know, some other weird negative fucking thing, it's like, what the fuck is this? This is so weird. What a weird fucking world to be concerned about this shit. I'll make a video like this and they'll be like, let's pretend there's 500 views, 12 likes, 4 dislikes. And I'm like, who the fuck goes on a video like this and says, thumb down? There you go. Like, nobody sees that and you know it and you still feel the need to. How weird is that? Just like, that shit will sometimes get to me. I'm like, this is a weird fucking place. People are fucking strange about this shit. How the fuck do you keep doing this every damn day? You can't, it's like hard to constantly keep your head down and just not give a fuck what anyone thinks and do what you need to do. It's like everyone says it's easy to do, but they're lying, because it's not. I see it in their face, I hear it in their voice. Every time they pretend that it doesn't mean something to them, I'm like, I know you're lying. I'm not gonna call you out on it though, because whatever. But like, it does get to people, and it gets to me too. And I'm just, I get fucking fed up about it all. But in saying all of that, that doesn't stop me from continuously trying. To going and being a good person to people, or to being kind in public interactions, or to not be rude to the guy in the end of the phone because the company he works for are fucking evil. I'm not gonna take it out on him. Or the banker at the fucking, the teller, whatever they call him, at the bank. Or the dude that takes care of my loan. Or the guy that fucking scans my items in line to put it in my grocery bag. Or the fucker that pays my, puts money in my salary, whatever the hell that's called. I'm not gonna take it out on people. Because they're just ignorant, man. They're just playing the game too. They're just along for the ride. Whatever's easy, you know? Whatever's easy. As long as I can just try and work on this, you know, channel. The book, the mythology. Just focus on doing that and doing it the best I can. And staying in touch with people, it's about the best thing I can do with all of this. Because it's hard to do it every day, but you have no other choice. You know? you don't have another choice in the matter, so you might as well just do the best you can with what you got. And eventually I will find the new way, and I will enter self, and I will figure out what I'm meant to do, and I will begin to do it. But it's just, until that time comes, it's just going to be a chore. That's all. Anyway, I'm done talking about that, and we'll move on to the next thing.